Hello, Storytime friends. I'm sure glad you came back to have Storytime with me today. It's getting colder outside, isn't it? Somehow I feel like I'm sitting outside in the cold. Do you know what happens to all the animals in the wintertime when they're outside? That's what we're going to find out a little bit about today. You know, bears, they hibernate, they sleep all winter long. And here's a fun story about a bear who sleeps and sleeps, and his friends who do something else around him. This is one of my favorite bears. It's called Bear Snores On. Look here. There's where he's sleeping in that cave. It's by Karma Wilson, and it's illustrated by Jane Chapman. It's from Margaret K. McElderberry Books. Bear Snores On. In a cave in the woods, in his deep, dark lair, through the long, cold winter, sleeps a great brown bear. Cuddled in a heap with his eyes shut tight, he sleeps through the day and he sleeps through the night. The cold winds howl and the night sounds growl, but the bear snores on. An itty-bitty mouse, pitter-pat tiptoe, creep crawls in the cave from the fluff cold snow. Mouse squeaks, too damp, too dank, too dark. So he lights wee twigs with a small hot spark. The coals pip-pop and the wind doesn't stop, but the bear snores on. Two glowing eyes sneak peek in the den. Mouse cries, "Who's there?" And a hare pops in. "Oh, Mouse," says Hare, "long time no see." So they pop white corn and they brew black tea. Mouse sips wee slurps. Hare burps big burps. But the bear snores on. A badger scuttles by, sniffs, snuffs at the air. "I smell yummy yums, perhaps we can share." "I've brought honey nuts," Badger says with a grin. "Let's divvy them up, cozy down, and dig in." And they nibble and they munch with a chew-chop crunch, but the bear snores on. A gopher and a mole tunnel up through the floor. Then a wren and a raven flutter in through the door. Mole mutters, "What a night!" "What a storm!" twitters wren. And everybody clutters in the great bear's den. They tweet and they twitter, they chat and they chitter, but the bear snores on. In a cave in the woods, a slumbering bear sleeps through the party in his very own lair. Do you see him back there sleeping while everybody else is having fun? Hare stokes the fire, Mouse seasons stew. Then a small pepper flake makes the bear Ra-choo! He blows and he sneezes, and the whole crowd freezes. And the bear wakes up. Bear gnarls and he snarls, he rumbles. Bear jumps and he stomps. Bear growls and he grumbles. "You snuck in my lair and you've had all the fun, but me, I was sleeping. I have had none." And he whimpers and he moans and he wails and he groans, and the bear blubbers on. Mouse squeaks, "Don't fret, don't fuss. Look, see, we can pop more corn, we can brew more tea." Bear gulps. Bear gobbles. He sighs with delight. Then he spins tall tales through the blistery night. When the sun peeks up on a crisp, clear dawn, Bear can't sleep. But his friends snore on. The end. That's a good story, isn't it? Next, we have a story about a fox who wonders what he should do to get ready for Christmas. It's called Winter Dance. It's by Marion, Dane, Bauer, illustrated by Richard Jones. It comes from Houghton Mifflin Harcourt. Winter Dance. A single snowflake floats through the air, spins, leaps, settles on the nose of a fine red fox. Winter is coming, says the fox. What should I do? I can tell you what to do, says a caterpillar. Wait, wait, wait to turn into a shiny chrysalis. Then you can wake to a butterfly spring, and the caterpillar crawls away to do just that. That won't do for me, says the fox. I don't like waiting. Do you see the caterpillar? Can you find him? See, he's right there. I can tell you what to do, a turtle calls. Tip your tail to the sky and swim down, 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 and bury yourself in the slick, cool mud. And the turtle does just that. That won't do for me, said the fox. Mud is much too muddy. Let me tell you what to do, whispers a bat. Zig and zag and swoop into a cave. And then hang by your toes and go to sleep. And the bat does just that. That won't do for me, said the fox. My toes would get tired. Can you see the bats in the picture? They're a little tricky to find. Look, they're right up here. Plop, an acorn drops from a tree. I can tell you what to do, chatters a squirrel. Gather, 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 then quick, 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 hide everything away. And he scampers off to do just that. That won't do for me, says the fox. I don't even like acorns. We'll tell you what to do, geese honk from the sky. Flap your wings and fly away to warm days and silky soft nights. And going, going, gone, the geese do just that. That won't do for me, says the fox. I belong here in the forest. A snowshoe hare hops by in his new winter coat. I can tell you what to do, he says. Turn yourself white to match the snow. And the snowshoe hare, who has done just that, disappears into the whitening world. Do you see him? That won't do for me, said Fox. I love my red fur. I can tell you exactly what to do, says a great black bear. Curl beneath the roots of a toppled balsam tree and tuck all your growls away. And the great black bear does just that. That won't do for me at all, says the fox. I'm not a bit sleepy. Hush, the wind sighs. Hush. The fox lies down on the forest floor and puts his nose between his paws. The sun slides down the blue bowl of the sky. Hush, the wind says again. The fox hushes. More snowflakes land on his nose. And then a whistle. Soft, soft. A white-tipped tail, golden eyes. I can tell you what to do, says a fine red fox, bowing low. When a million snowflakes fill the air, twirling, tumbling, spinning, waltzing, you and I join them. "Of course," said the fox, standing tall, "because that is what we fine red foxes do in winter. Dance." The end. I hope you enjoyed those 2 stories. And in your Storytime craft bag for December, you'll find the supplies to make this. You can make your own bear's lair, and the bear is peeking out from inside. And you can make your scene whatever kind of scene you want it to be. I made mine with some clouds and lots of snow. I even gave you some cotton balls in there so you can put some cottony snow on your picture if you want to and make a picture of the bear in his den. And one other thing I wanted to be sure and tell you about is coming up pretty soon for our story time in the library on December the 16th, Mrs. Claus is going to come and visit with us. She has a lot of very interesting things to tell you, giving you some updates on what's happening at the North Pole and just some things about how Santa does things on Christmas Eve. So you'll be very interested to hear what Mrs. Claus has to say. And we'll have a special craft and a Christmas snack. So I hope you can come and join me on December the 16th here at the library. The space is limited, so you will need to call ahead and reserve your spot. So I hope that we see you then, and come back next time for virtual story time too. Bye-bye.